Okay, now here we have the greatest bell that ever was, ever is, and ever will be. This is it. You can't go further than this. Okay, let's see now. Right off the bat, actually, right off the bat here, I'll just mention that I have 3 strikers, but it turns out they're all of the same weight. I will include this, or one of those, but one's new and a couple of antiques. And you'll find that this is a bit of overkill, actually. You're probably better off with something a bit lighter, even though this is only like, what was it, 400 grams or 300 grams or something like that. I weighed them all the same. So you only need to strike it very lightly, and you'll find that using this chamfer here, with a bit of an angle, you see, that's all you need. Of course you could strike harder, but to get a decent strike, really, well, you're always going to get a good strike with this, but to get the correct strike, that's all you need. That was slightly harder, and that's roughly the range. So generally I would either strike this very lightly, as I'm doing right now with something of this weight, or have something lighter, and it would perform the same task. Okay, now let's see. We'll go through some of the aspects of this bell. This tells us that it was made in, I've got my writings here, but I do know it was made in February of 1896. Okay, February of 1896, and that particular year, which is Meiji 29, the Meiji period begins in 1868 and ends in 1912. And this particular year was called Heiko, and the kanjis themselves tell us that it was made in that particular year. Alright, now let me see. Okay, here it is. Meiji Nijuku, and down here is the kanji which represents the year of Heiko. I had to get a friend to help out with all. I mean, we're talking about some serious amount of translating here. It is his birthday today, so I think I'm going to have to do something nice for him. Maybe order him to do 1,000 push-ups. It was really good of him to help out there. Okay, so let's see now. Alright, so the 29th year of Meiji. Now you'll find that there's so many names on this bell. It represents those that commissioned the bell, those that were a part of commissioning the bell, and also the name of the maker is on here somewhere. There's so much information here. You'll find that it's amazing, and many a name. Right, let's go over the main points here. Right here, as I say, there's your date. So Meiji Nijuku Nen, which is the year known as Heiko, H-E-I-K-O, which is 1896, and February of that month. And you'll find there is a poem which from a famous Buddhist poem, and we found on the internet the actual the poem itself is called Dai Hatsune Hangyo, which it turns out this is a famous Buddhist poem. And the particular poem, a rough translation, would mean the only law of life is that someday it will be gone. That's the way. something on those lines, you know. And there's also another poem that's, you know, very old style, and it's to try to translate that. He's having too much difficulty. Maybe a really old person could handle that, you know. Also, a lot of the younger people never even seen this sort of thing. So, but that'll be another Buddhist poem for certain. Now there are so many names, family names on this. Let's see if we can. So many family names, so many names, like complete names on here, but I'll go through the main points. The bell itself comes from a town called Mii-Machi. That's M-I-I, and Machi means town, and that's from the area of Kurume, which is in Fukuoka Prefecture in Kyushu, the western island of Japan. And from Daishido, which is the place name. We looked on the internet for that, and we did see a picture of a Shinto shrine, so presumably, and we expect that either across the road or in that vicinity will be the actual Buddhist temple that this derived from. Now, let's see. Oh, so much information here. Right, some of the names of the actual people that are presented on here. Oh, one of the main points here. Let's see. Jo-in is scribed here somewhere, which translates into upper class group. So these people were quite well-to-do, as far as we can understand. Now, you'll find it's in beautiful condition, absolutely marvellous condition, just beautiful. I had to take some old spider cobweb things out of that just a few minutes ago. Striking points are all excellent. The only thing you could find on this, I would say that at one stage in its life, the iron hook piece, maybe that eventually rusted away and it took a slight tumble. You can see two of these are just slightly down, and being bronze you could probably pair of pliers or knock them and place them back up. I wouldn't do that for two reasons: risk, and also that's a piece of its history, so it's best to leave it that way, which is only just slightly down anyways. But best to leave it that way. That's a piece of its history. So something happened there, and I presume it would have been that iron hook would eventually have rusted away, because you do see a lot of rusty ones around, and I have seen some bells that have taken a tumble for that very reason. And you'll find that this is one of the most elaborate bells that you could ever find. Zero cracks, excellent everywhere. And generally, if you find cracks in a bell, you usually see them either around these sections or these sections here. And this is in pristine, superb condition. This is the bell. Now, I did have a bell years ago that sold for $7,900 US. It wasn't as good as this one. Okay, now let me give you some family names here. We have Ikeda, Inoue, Umabachi, Kitoka, Sakai, Watanabe, Hamada, Hamasaki. The list goes on, trust me. From a particular town name is the presumption of Saigen, is Akiyoshi Kissa. From the Hoko Shrine is Kuba Kura, Ikeda Matsutaro. From the town name of Kamishiro, we have Sadahisa and Kukobu Miyono. Oh, this is not easy. Egashiro and Tokujiro, Abakokujiro. Let's see, some more family names here. Oh, I have lists and lists and lists of names and information. We have Ueno, Kichita, Honda, Aotsuki Kaki, Kaneko, Fujisaki, Uchida again, Kashiwabara, Yamagata, Eguchi, Yamasaki, Nakamura, Ikeda, Kondo, Kamemizu, Nonaka, Hore, Fukuda, Inoue. There's a lot of names. There's a lot of family names you will find inscribed on this bell. This is a real deal Buddhist piece, and I would say the best I've ever seen, the best I've ever had, and I've seen and had a lot of bells over the years. So that's that. Obviously, it's not going to be cheap. The other striking point is also very good, and you also also produce beautiful sound. Okay, there you are. As you can see, these are really cool faces in the handle section there. And it's just gorgeous, isn't it? So that's that. This is a real deal piece of Japanese history, Buddhist history, and many families. So that's that. Okay. I will get on to listing this. You can see some casting lines in there, things like that. And you'll find that not a flaw, not a crack in it, you know. As I say, these sections here have been knocked down just slightly. Could fix that if you wanted to. I wouldn't, because it's, as I say, the way it is and the way it should be. Okay, thank you very much.